If you want to get transported to another time, another place, you need to show up to Amelias 1931. I'm about to show you why. One of the main reasons that I showed up over here was a mozzarella stick. A mozzarella stick, why am I driving 45 minutes for that? Because basically they took chicharron, which is like pork belly, they got it ultra crispy, they buzzed it down like a breadcrumb, and then they breaded the outside of it. I mean, look at these things, ridiculous. The colors are great, deep, you can see the crunch. If you could visually see crunch, this is the embodiment of it. Now they have a Thai chili sauce on the side that's a little bit sweet, so that gives you a little bit of that beautiful color. So it almost looks like a sweet potato puree with a little bit of diced chives. Very simple. It's like grandma's old school China, which is really cool. It really transports you to another place and really gives the space the vibe that it really deserves. So let's give this thing a shot. Look at that. The color looks good. I mean, fried cheese, how are you going to go wrong? Seriously. And then you have chicharron on the outside. Double combo. Hitting you from both angles. That Thai sweet chili sauce on the side, like a 2 on the spice scale. The sweetness is really the front and center thing, but it's really cool to kind of see mozzarella stick outside of the marinara realm. And over here, they do it a little bit differently, and that's why I showed up. I feel like a kid all over again. Want to see something interesting and super duper unique? Take a look at these nachos. These nachos are ridiculous. The tortillas that you would have within a nacho dish, they're actually made out of plantain. It's really interesting. I've actually never seen anything like this. The centerpiece is slap yo mama oxtail. So don't slap your mama, but enjoy this oxtail because it's probably going to be fall off the bone tender. That's generally the case. It's braised, it's super soft, it's rich. That's usually what you want in like a nice stew, or you know, even layered right on top of rice or something like that. To have that on top of nachos, you never really see that. Now they have a variety of different sauces, so you could call pico de gallo kind of like an in-between. It's not really a sauce, but it's a different flavor element. So you have the chopped up tomatoes, you have ají amarillo, which is almost like a yellow pepper hot sauce. And to bring it all home, cilantro mayo to go with the cilantro and chicharron. Why not slip it in there wherever you can? Let's hop in. Ox is basically another word for cow. So it's cow tail that they braise down, they pull off the meat, and they layered it on top. That plantain element is really interesting because you know you're not jumping into a normal tortilla. There's this like subtle sweet element. Like if somebody were to ask you, you'd be like, let me wonder what it is. You wouldn't be able to pick it out too prominently though. You wouldn't be able to say that that's a plantain right off the bat. So I think that's super interesting. The cilantro mayo gives it another layer of richness, a complexity, almost like a velvety, like tether. The herbaceousness that comes together with that cilantro really jumps out. Freshness from tomatoes. They add in that ají amarillo for a little bit of a spice element. And look at that. Wow. The more you get in, the better it is. I could eat that oxtail by itself and I'd be super happy, but I'm happy that these plantains are here for texture. Great little crunch. That pico de gallo gives it a nice little acidity, almost like a little vinegar twang. There's so much stuff going on here. The textures are great, the colors are great, the flavors are great. This is a must try if you come here. This is what you want. You want a big, towering chip, and these things are strong too. You don't got to worry about them cracking on you. I could probably triple up this and the thing wouldn't crack. What's interesting that I just found out, they snuck in sweet plantains as well. Another additional element that I didn't account for in the beginning. This is super complex, super unique. You got to try this thing out. Following suit with the theme of the space, we have some buns here. So generally those buns, you find them in like Korean restaurants and such. What makes these interesting interesting is the centerpiece is churrasco steak. Now, churrasco steak, it's one of the main staples in Cuban cuisine. You ask for churrasco, you get that big skirt steak with the chimichurri on top, all that greatness. Now, what they've decided to do is take these buns, they're basically the rice buns, the really soft ones that you get for like pork belly and like Korean restaurants, taken that and had a little bit of a twist on it. So here we have churrasco steak, skirt steak, with a little bit of watermelon radish. They're doing peanuts on top to add to that Korean element. Cilantro and gochujang for that additional spice. Let's give it a shot. Really different, wow. If you ever had like Korean barbecue, if you get like the ribs, that's usually like the #1 thing on the menu. Now, it has like a sweet soy element to it. They taken that same flavor profile and they moved it over to the churrasco steak. Churrasco, it's tender if you know how to cook it, if you know how to slice it, and this one definitely is. You get the softness of that bun, that little give, that little heat from the gochujang. It's a Korean chili paste. You add the peanut elements for the crunch factor. Very unique. We're not going to find this in too many places. We're going to have to order another one. This one's all for me. So, Amelias 1931, it's super interesting. The name itself denotes the birth date of Amelia, 1931. Old school, we could call her abuelita at this point, but it's Cuban themed in here. So as soon as you walk in, you kind of feel like you're in a diner in Cuba. Everything is old school, the details are awesome, the china reflects what grandma's choice might be, and it's really cool because they do a tether of a Korean element to the menu as well. So you do see kind of some raw fish products, kind of like sushi items. You also see Korean influences with like Thai chili sauces, also kind of like Korean wings, stuff like that. It's really unique. Everybody's always talking about it, so I'm super excited that we had a chance to give it a shot. And as always, my people, you keep watching because I'm going to keep hunting, and I'm going to see you soon, okay?